Hey friends, welcome back. Another video for, not really video, this is a live stream. These might be common going forward, probably. Anyway, this is a sub special. I haven't done one of these in a little bit. I was gonna say a long time, but it's been a little bit. I think the last one was the room tour, I believe. I believe that was the last one. And I like doing that a lot. The room is, oh, the sets have changed. The room is kind of the same. But anyway, wanted to do this. I just figured, I just like had this idea, like, why not? Um, you know, I have all these built. Why not do it? Um, so yeah, this is, let me clarify. This is going to be the top 20 sets that I've bought this year, not the ones that have come out this year. Although one of them is from this year, which you'll know when you see it. But a lot of these are older, which I like to go back and get older stuff. Newer stuff, I'm a little stingy on. So yeah, we got 20 of them on here. It's probably going to be a little bit, it's going to take a bit. Probably going to be one of the longer ones just because it's a special and there's like 20 sets on this list. So, you know, strap in if you care. Um, yeah, I bought these from, you guys have heard of Bricks and Minifigs by now. Of course, they're pretty popular now. I think they've gotten very popular as a franchise in the last like 3, 4 years. Of course, I've heard of them before this year. But one opened by me, and because of them, it's because I have a lot of these. If they honestly, if they didn't open near me, I probably would not um, have considered buying any more sets. I'm just gonna be honest, because a lot of the sets that have come out this year haven't, they haven't really done it for me, to be honest. Like some of them, like the Nightmare Before Christmas, obviously waiting for that for a sale for that one. And, a few others like that, Mandalorian Battle Pack, that was pretty sweet. Um, Everything else, though, it's hit and miss. I don't know, just my opinion. Obviously, the Bumblebee I love. Spoiler alert, the Bumblebee's on this list. Anyway, yeah, so we got 20 of them. I'm gonna go kind of fast with some of them, and then some of them I'll have more to say, probably in the top 10. But anyway, I won't not waste any more time. Number 20, I'll bring in the bonsai tree here. Hopefully you can see this. Hopefully. It seems to be alright, quality-wise. Um, it's natural lighting, so, it is what it is. Bonsai tree. I'm glad I picked this up. My good friend Nate, he lives, actually, I'm not gonna say where he lives, but anyway, he lives fairly close to this area, like, close as in, the same state. Regardless, he has the set, he recommended it, and he's not wrong. It's a really nice set. It's probably the most, I'm gonna say, normal set on this list. It's just a tree. Like I've already reviewed it, so yeah. But it's a really nice set. Why is it this low on the list? Well, it doesn't do anything. Well, I was gonna say it doesn't have a feature. It does. You can like switch the leaves to make it like a cherry blossom. But eh, like of all the sets, it's it's not bad. It's just not remarkable. It's not like jumping out amazing. But for a display piece, it works really well. I didn't put the rocks in there because I'm going to tear this down as soon as this is over because it needs to go into storage. But um, yeah, I like it. It's cool. I like the pot. I like the tree. It's a really fun build. Like it's a really good build. Um, the wood stand is nice. It looks like a Kit Kat bar, so that there's that. Um, yeah, it's cool. It's very natural looking. It's realistic. It's very charming. Um, Nice colors, good pieces. It's just not one that is super special, if that makes any sense. I just prefer, there's no minifigs. It's just a little bit bland. It gets the job done though. I like it a lot. I displayed it for quite a bit. It's just not one that I see long term being on display. I don't know. It's not bad. It's just, it's mid, I guess. Of all the sets on here, it's mid. But it's good. Glad I got it. I really like it a lot. It's just not one that I'm blown away by. But, I had to go somewhere, so it's at the bottom. But it doesn't mean it's bad. Just means it's not the best. Number 19. Most of these are going to get torn down. Not because I don't want them on display, just because I don't have the room. Anyway, This is the Fiat 500. This is actually, I didn't buy this, although I would have. I think this is like 50 bucks, 60 bucks used, and then over 100 uh sealed. Anyway, great set. I love the yellow. The yellow is really what attracted to me to this. It's an Italian car, Fiat. It's got some cool license plates. It's got a couple nice side builds. If this will not want to roll off the table, we have the painting, of course, and the luggage case right there. Very nice little builds that you get. Like, they don't need to put this stuff in here, but it's good. You have like a couple other things you can put together. And a lot of nice features with this one. Obviously, the door is open, hood, top, back. Yeah, it's a stunning car. I want to drive one of these. I want to see the inside of this. Like, for real. It's so cool. Fiats are one of my favorite cars. It's just like charming. I don't know. The engine is especially awesome. Look at that. There's so much like mechanical stuff and lots of good stickers. The windshield is really cool. Whoever put the stickers on this before me did a good job because they're really nice. There's the inside, and there's the top, and there's the wheels, of course, and it's pretty good weight, pretty decent heft, and it's like 960 parts. There's a lot to this thing. It's almost 1,000 pieces, which is great. It's a collector's item. Great creator set. Maybe in the future I'll get maybe one more of these. I don't know. Probably not, but you know, this depends. I like this one because it's like compact. It's small. It's very cool. Really great. I like it a lot, and I'm not gonna tear this down because it's awesome. And yeah, that's all you really need to know about it. And if that will stay, my sister got me this, which is great because I wanted it, and I was not disappointed. A lot of good colors, and I've actually done an alternate build video, which is like a Hot Wheels car. That thing is fire. In fact, I might transform that back because it's really sick. Um, but yeah, Fiat, great set. Why is it this low on the list? Well, I'm not much of a car person. Sort of. Um, anyway, I just think there's a car that's better on this list, and you probably know what it is because I mentioned it earlier. But I think that's a little bit of a cooler set. Not that this isn't. It's fantastic. It's just not as iconic as some of the other creator cars, and not especially not as iconic as the one that's high on the list. Whatever. Fiat's awesome. It's going back on the shelf, as it should, because it's great. And that's about it. Yeah, I have done a review for this already. I've done reviews for most of these, except for two of them, which you'll know the two of them, or maybe not. Regardless, moving on to number 18. And this is a technically 2-in-1 set, I guess. The roses. I mean, you get two of them in the same set, so you could consider it a double set, I guess. It doesn't really have a theme. It's just like roses, like flowers. Like it's part of the like botanical line, I guess. Great price. It was like 15 bucks. I think I got it for like 9 bucks. I don't remember. But yeah, this one's nice. You do probably want to get a vase for these. I have done a review of it. Great builds. These are like beautiful, um, like red color. And I love roses. That's like my favorite flower. So like to have these is great. And these will never die. So that's a plus. And they're really fun to build. And the more you get, obviously, the more um, you'll have. But I just think two is good. But you can go ham, go harder, get more. But they're really nice. I think they're life size, yeah, because you can see you can like pretty much they're pretty much like real size, and they're pretty nicely designed. This one's straight, this one's bent, and they look amazing. That's like the one big reason to pick these up. Like, right, they look pretty awesome, and yeah, they don't do much. You can like spin these, and that's about it. But they're meant for display. The more we'll get into this list, you'll realize the less the more play features come into the sets, which I like a little bit more. But yeah, these are great. I have a vase. I'm gonna put these in the vase after this because they need to be going in there. But Yeah, they're on the bottom of my shelf, not because they're bad, because they're tall. Because a lot of the sets that like Optimus is really freaking tall, but he works because he's a bigger set. But yeah, this just needs to go on the bottom because they're just tall. But yeah, roses, really nice. Really recommend them. Of all the flower sets, these are the best. Like they just have the best build and the best like experience and the best look and some really good parts. So yeah, would definitely recommend these. Number 17 is not my set actually, but I'm borrowing it for this. Harley Davidson Fat Boy. This was one I saw back in the not back in the day. It's not been that long. 2019, I think this came out. I remember, and it was a big deal because it was the big it was the first big license, like real world license, I guess. One of them that Lego teamed up with Harley Davidson. It was a really big deal. I think this is still the only. I think this is one of two collaborations. They've done one way back in like the 50s, I think. But this is a proper. This is another creator set expert, and I had built this. It's an amazing build. I love this. It's really awesome. It's my dad's, so I'm not gonna like play with it too much. But he doesn't mind it being in here, which is cool. And it's in really good shape. Like I got him this for Christmas, and he loved it. There's just no spot for it in his area, so I just I borrowed it. It's on my shelf now, but it's nice. It's really nice. It's a big size. It's a big bike. It's like 1,000 pieces or something, and it's hefty. There's a lot to this sucker. It doesn't really do anything. Not that I remember. There's a kickstand. That's about it. Otherwise, it just looks gorgeous. I love the red. The maroon red is the best thing ever. Although, obviously, it's a fragile set because of that color. But it's really nice. All these stickers, and I love this. This is my favorite part of this whole thing. This like engine, like exhaust piping. It's so glorious, and it looks just awesome. Great details, like all these stickers, and these are printed with the Harley logo. And this is honestly one of the most impressive sets that I have ever seen. Like, just from a design, like technical side of it, I mean, it's so well done. Actually, it does have a feature. I forgot. It has the what is it called? I'm not a motorcycle guy, but the track, this thing with the wheel track system, whatever the heck it is, I don't know, but it's awesome, and it is really nice. You got a little stand on the bottom here as well, and it rolls obviously. Got the handlebars. Yeah. Um, Nothing that I don't like. It's pretty much a perfect set. There's nothing really bad about it. Even the price at the time was like $100, $90. That's not too bad. Obviously, you could go cheaper, but I think I got it for 80 or 70. I don't remember. I think it was 70. Even better. Yeah, fantastic set, just all around. I'm not a motorcycle guy, but this is amazing. So, yeah, this guy chills at the bottom of the shelf again, not because it's bad, because he's long. So yeah, it's a long bike, but just awesome. It's just such a great build. If you don't have this, yeah, you need to get it if you're a Harley person or a Lego. If you love Lego bikes, this is the one to get. But yeah, we're getting up there. Let's see. I think this was actually the first set that I got, which was the Mandalorian helmet. This was one I wanted back when it came out, but I just never it was never on sale. It still isn't. It still isn't on sale, which is really stupid because it's been on the shelf for like 3 years, 4 years, whenever it came out. I don't know. Yeah, Mandalorian, top tier Disney material ever, just ever. Of all the new Star Wars stuff, The Mandalorian is perfect. It just I can't get into it because that's not what this is. I adore The Mandalorian. Just the whole vibe. It's so gritty and realistic, and it's very dangerous, and it has this amazing feel. It feels like real Star Wars, not kitty crap. You could say season 3 kind of gets into that, but I still like it. It's definitely the weakest season. Regardless, love it. And I have a lot of Mandalorian. Like a lot of the Lego Star Wars stuff that I have is Mandalorian based, um, which I love. Um, yeah, a lot of the sets are just brilliant. This is no exception. This, I think, in some ways, I like the Mandalorian helmet better than the Boba Fett. I think because there's a lot of the shiny pieces that really add some good value, and I think that the build is a little bit quicker, and also I think it's a much sleeker helmet. Um, the Boba Fett helmet's awesome, but I think this design is a little bit better in the face shape because they got the T a little bit skinnier. Obviously, there's mods, you can mod it, but yeah, I built this multiple times and it's just very impressive. Very hefty. It's got a nice weight, and it was like 60 bucks. I feel like that's still overpriced. It should be like 40, not 60. But it's the Star Wars tax, so whatever. A nice plaque on the bottom. And yeah, I feel like these helmets should come with minifigs. Like, come on. Like, it's just kind of disappointing. Like, they could just put some pieces and then put a fig. Come on, it's not that hard. But yeah, the Mandalorian helmet is freaking amazing. Highly recommend. It's just such a cool build, and all of these silver pieces are really hard to find. In fact, I think this might be the only set to have all of these shiny parts. And the gray works really well. Obviously, it would be best if this entire helmet was like dark, like gray, like the show, but eh, it's fine how it is. I don't remember how many pieces. I think it's like 500 parts, 593, something like that. Great build. And it is a Star Wars set, so there's lots of gray and black, but it doesn't really bother me in this case. I'm glad I got it. Whoever had it before me treated it really well. My only disappointment is they didn't give me the booklet, so there's no instruction book, which it's kind of lame. Yeah, some of the sets I'd love to have the book for, but anyway, yeah, Mando helmet's awesome. If you can get it, definitely go for it. Um, it's a bit of a bigger build than Boba Fett. Boba Fett is awesome. The helmet's great. The colors are definitely better with that set, but I think I had a better experience building this one, to be honest. So, yeah, number 16, pretty high, high-ish on the list. There's some Star Wars sets on the list. I made exceptions for most of them because I'm kind of done with Lego Star Wars, if I'm being honest with you, um, for a number of reasons. But anyway, moving on to another Star Wars set. This is from the Old Republic. It's a very small set compared to all these other ones. In fact, it is the smallest one on this list. Uh, it's from 2012, 2013. I think it's 2013. Brace yourself, long name. Republic Troopers versus Sith Troopers Battle Pack from Old Republic times. And it's like olden days of Star Wars, like way up behind, like 1,000 years before anything. And yeah, this is not gonna be the last Old Republic set on this list. Battle Pack. I actually traded a Battle Pack to get this one. This one was like 50 bucks, I think. Might have been 60. Because this is like really hard to get. Like really hard to find. So that's like one of the reasons why I want it. And also because I love the figures. The figures are so unique to the Old Republic. Because this is the way beyond any, like, it's before anything. So it's like old fashioned clones, old fashioned, enemies. And the designs of the ships are just super awesome. A lot of the Old Republic sets are extremely expensive because they were only made in 2012. And there's only like 4 of them, this being one of them. And they're very expensive. This is like the least expensive one. But yeah, it's a great set. My only complaint is there's no like speeder for the Republic troopers. Like, bruh, there's no defense. It's just the Sith troopers attacking them, and that's about it. Kinda lame, but it's fine. It doesn't really matter. It's a personal thing. But yeah, good speeder. It's a really quick build. I think it's only like 63 parts, so it's like the quickest build ever, which is fair. But yeah, good set. I do not recommend, or I do not regret it. It's very nice, very good, and it came with the book, so that's a plus. And yeah, really awesome. Is it going to be kept on display? No, sadly, at least not for now. But yeah, it's going to go in storage, but it's very nice, and I'll pull it out. I want to get some Old Republic action. I already have an Old Republic set on display, so yeah, that's foreshadowing. Anyway, number 15, great set. If you can find it for good quality, definitely go for it. And I believe these Republic Troopers only came in this set, so yeah, you can only get them in this one. And also, this Captain is also only in this set. So yeah, really nice, really good set. I think it was like $12 at the time. Now it's definitely not that, but yeah. Number 15. Number 15. Number 14 is another Star Wars set. I'm sorry, we're gonna get past all the Star Wars, okay? But this is Mandalorian, so. Actually, no, it's not. I keep forgetting. This is not a Mandalorian set. This is a Book of Boba Fett set. It's confusing, okay? Book of Boba Fett had 2 Mandalorian episodes for some reason, but it was awesome to see him. It's just, why is he in the Book of Boba Fett? That's a little. It's kind of funny, also kind of weird. Anyway, great. Not a great show. Good show. Great show for Mando. But anyway, this is the Mando's N1 fighter. This is from the Book of Boba Fett. I think it's from episode 5. I think chapter 5. One of those. Whenever he's on Tatooine, great episode. And this was the set that I was like really like thinking about, like trying to decide if I want it, because I have the Razor Crest, and that is like the best set ever, in my opinion, for the Mandalorian. The first Razor Crest, not the UCS. Both are amazing. But since the Razor Crest was such an important ship, I'm like, well, I don't think I really need this N1. But then I'm like, I kind of do, because it's awesome, and it's the new ship going forward. So I eventually got it. I think it was like $30. I think 35. So not too bad. It's definitely overpriced. It was $60. Like, bruh, why? Like, I understand it's the Mandalorian, but still, like, 60 is way too much. And this is 400 something parts, so it's even less of a good deal. And you only get 2 minifigs. Well, you get 4. I mean, it's 2.5, I guess. Obviously, Mando is great. Peli Motto is especially great. Grogu is fine, and then the little droid is good. I feel like we could have got like a Jawa, or someone else. Like, I don't know. For $60, you would expect like at least 3 or 4 figs, not 2. But regardless, is there anything I don't like about this? Not really. I feel like there could have been a stand. There needs to be a stand. It's just lame, like sitting like this. Why don't ships come with stands? It's so stupid. You want your ship to be on a stand, right? Like, it's dumb. Like, why? It just baffles me. I feel like I'm not the only one that complains about that. But yeah, it's got a great shooting feature as that flies off, and a great design. This is a big ship, which is great because that's what you want. For $60 at least, it feels, or it would have felt. I didn't pay 60, but it probably would have felt like a good deal, even if there isn't a lot of parts. It's still really sleek. It's got a really shiny sleekness to it, and yeah, it's got some opening stuff. Obviously, I've done a review, so I don't need to go into it too much, but you got some storage space in here, and only 3 stickers. That still blows my mind. You got like 1 sticker here, 1 there, and 1 in there. And there's like only 3 stickers. I mean, that's pretty crazy. The engines are the best part. Look how much detail there is. there's just so much going on with these engines, and it's perfect because Mando's just building this from nothing, just like random junk in a garage, and it's really awesome. It's a really good size, and it's really flyable, swooshable. It's got a really lovely like design. The only stupid thing is this engine is kind of loose. I guess not now. It loves to fall off. So it's not doing it now, but it will at some point. I tried to display this. I'm probably going to put this in storage just because it's kind of awkward to put on an angle. I tried. It was on display for a while, but it's just hard to keep it on display because it's a long ship. It's just hard to angle. I don't know. It's probably just me, but yeah, great design, great set. Don't pay $60. Um, yeah, if you can get it for cheaper, definitely do that. And also, the set was notable. I think it came out in 2021. This was notable for giving Mandalorian a head, like a face. So that was a big deal back then. Unfortunately, it's not now, but amazing set. Is it as good as the Razor Crest? Mm, mm, it's close. It's close. So yeah, we're gonna zoom off. And let's see. Okay, we're down to no Star Wars. Okay, 13. It's all the way over here. Lego Movie 2 set. Not the only one that's gonna be on here, but one of two. This one, I love the film. There's a lot of great action, and it's just a good story. Unfortunately, it didn't do very well, um, like box office wise. But yeah, it has a lot of great stuff in it. And one of the scenes that I really love is this action scene where this buggy shows up and Emmett and Lucy are trying to get away. They're trying to get into the bat bunker, and Sweet Mayhem is behind them, and she's like shooting all these bombs, trying to kill him. And this awesome action scene takes place with this buggy, and it's super cool. And this was probably one of the more premier sets of the Lego Movie 2. It was very popular. I remember it being like $50, which wasn't too bad. Actually, it was a pretty good price, I think. And you got like Metalbeard, Emmett, Lucy, Sharkira, and the two bombs. And it's a really great set. I paid 35, so I thought that was a great deal. And everything's there except for the book. Once again, the book was not there. Just pretty disappointing. I like to have the books with my sets, and some of them I don't. So that I just had to live with that, I guess. But yeah, it's got a really nice monster truck, Mad Maxi type of junked out mechanical monster looking thing. It's super fun to play with this thing. And it's a really fun build too. There's a lot of cool details like the skull, you got the giant tires, you got these, explosive canisters, you got this arrow shooter, these pipes and the exhaust flame at the back. You got Emmett's turn signals. Um, and then you got the inside, of course. Emmett and Lucy can both go in there. And unfortunately, the suspension is only on the front. It's not on the back, so it's kind of not, ideal. But great, you got this little side build with Sharkira. It's like a little. You can fling the fire elements, and also you got missiles under here, which is great. I have reviewed this, just giving a little overview. And the main reason I got this was actually because of the colors. Um, I love the sand blue. It's covered in sand blue, which is something that I just have never seen like another set with that a lot of that color. It's pretty rare to get in like a big quantity. So that was one reason I got it. Another reason is because I love the monster truck. I kind of wanted one, and this is like the closest that I could see. So that was a couple good reasons that I picked it up. I had my fun with it. I have reviewed it, and I think it's a really good set. I would highly recommend of the Lego Movie 2 sets. It's one of the better ones. So yeah, it's got some great parts too, and it looks amazing for sure. Very, dystopian, apocalyptic, pieced up, junked out looking thing. So really like it. Really cool. and it's number 13. Getting close to the top 10. We've got number 12, which is a DC set. This might be the only DC set. Let me see. I have a list here, or it's on a book that I wrote. Anyway, a page. This is the Bat Boat Harbor Pursuit. This is probably one of the older ones on this because this is from 2015, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I remember this being out at the time. I just never, at the time, I never got any superhero stuff. It was pretty rare. Um, I don't know why, but anyway, this set is great. I actually have to I kind of get a couple of stickers for some of this. Anyway, I accidentally threw away a couple of stickers, so it's kind of lame. Anyway, this is really cool. You got 3 figs, you got Robin, Batman, and Deathstroke. That's the biggest deal with this. Probably the big reason I bought this is because of Deathstroke, and he's the Teen Titans arch nemesis, and he's also just one of the coolest like DC figs ever. I have to show you him. Look at this. Look at this dude. This minifig is fantastic. He's like 35 bucks. So he is not cheap. I didn't pay that, but he came with it. But look at this jet ski. This thing's awesome. The bat boat is sweet, but I actually like the jet ski better. It's just so like cool. It matches his colors. I think that's the thing. And this is only temporary. This set's gonna go into storage after this. Again, not because I don't like it, because I don't have room. But it's awesome. I have displayed this before. But yeah, love the Deathstroke. Let's put him away or put him aside. I'll give you a quick look at the Batboat. It's pretty awesome. It's really cool build. Hold on. Let me show you. There's like these 4 boat pieces, and then you just build on top of that. And then you've got a shooting feature with the missiles. You've got a radio tower, and then you've got a the front, like the sections can like be detached as it breaks. But yeah, you can detach the front of them, and they can be like mini bat boats to chase after Deathstroke. But yeah, great set. In pretty good condition. I actually pieced this together while I was there at work, and that was really cool just to see this old set. And I was like teetering, like, should I? I'm like, probably. I'm glad I got it. It's really sweet. Um, yeah, the only complaint is I feel like it's a water scene. So I feel like they should have included like water pieces. I don't know. It's kind of a missed opportunity to me, because it's a big water scene. Why is there no water pieces? It's kind of lame. But anyway, yeah, it's number 12, and it's getting pretty high up there. It's got a lot of playability. It's got some great figs, and it's in really good shape, and it has just a really nice look. Probably the coolest bat boat, I think, of all of them, although there have been some great ones. And yeah, not much else to say. Number 11, barely the top 10, just outside the top 10. I'm gonna have to pan you up for this one, because this is I promise, one of the last Star Wars ones. um, I love Star Wars, don't get me wrong, but I have I'm kind of burned out as a whole on the whole series right now, so I'm not trying to be negative, I'm just saying. But yeah, General Grievous, this is the best buildable figure set that they've ever done. There's kind of a story behind this. I used to have this way back when it came out in 2015. This is not the original copy, okay? Um, I treated it terribly. It lasted pretty good. It lasted about like 6 years, 5 years, something like that. But yeah, the long story short, it didn't last super long, and so I was bummed out that I destroyed it as a kid. I had a problem with like rebuilding stuff and like breaking things as a kid with a lot of my sets. So I'm not making that mistake. I'm a lot more careful now. Anyway, the biggest buildable figure, I think Darth Vader is the second biggest. They've done 2 Vaders. I got one of them. Um, you guys know I love these buildable figures. I've done a lot of the reviews on the channel, and this is by far the best one because it's Grievous for one, which is one of the best villains ever, and 2 because they somehow nailed his look. It's kind of a mix between Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith. It's more Clone Wars, because Revenge of the Sith, he's like white armor, so it's a little bit. It's hard to explain. It's nerd stuff, but yeah, um, it's kind of weird because the box makes him look like Revenge of the Sith, but it's Clone Wars. Whatever. Great set. He has like one feature. He's got the arm a connector, so you can give him two arms or four. The two arm look is kind of cool, but the forearms is really, that's really the best look for him. And he is going to be on display, forever probably. Not forever, but he's going to be on there for a long time. He is massive, just humongous, just in general, but amazing. I got this for 30, I think. I think it was 30. Not too bad, because he's like 80 or 90 now. He at least sealed. It depends on where you go. Um, but yeah, amazing set. I love the tan. It's just a great design. This was one of the first buildable figures that they did in 2015. And it's one of the most sought after. If you can find this guy for a good price, you need to get it. There's no question. It's like a must own, especially if you're like a Star Wars nut and you love General Grievous. Like, come on. It's like when I saw this, it was immediately claimed because he doesn't come in very much at all. So people love to have General Grievous, and yeah, there's a reason, because he's really awesome. The only reason he's not in the top 10 is because most of these sets are minifig based, and I prefer minifig based. But Grievous is fantastic, and he has a review as well. So yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time. Great playability, great movement, and a very imposing figure. So he is going back on the shelf. If he wants to stay. Next up, we got the top 10. We're going down to the line here. Where is it? General Grievous is Starfighter. Okay, I promise this is the last time I'm gonna reference this set for a while. It's been a meme how many times I've done videos on this one set. I didn't mean to do it. It just I was so excited at the time in 2019 because they hadn't at that point they hadn't done a Grievous fighter in like 10 years. So it was kind of a big deal. Like 9 or 10 years. I think the last one was 2010. I did have that. I did have that at one point, but I traded it because it was kind of it wasn't in the best shape and the figures were gone. But I did have some good memories with that. And yeah, this set is way better. Like it's just way better designed. It's smoother, sleeker, cleaner, nicer, sharper. It's just so much better than the other one. The other one is based on Clone Wars. This is directly movie based. This is from Revenge of the Sith, which I love for multiple reasons. The film, um, and yeah, it's from the iconic scene where Obi-Wan, after he kills Grievous, he takes his ship and he goes to the Tantive 4 to reunite with Yoda and Bail. After the Jedi basically just get killed, like massacred across the galaxy. It's kind of sad. But what's not sad is how great this set is. I finally have it. I've done a review. It has been a long time coming because this was like one of the most wanted sets I remember of like the past 5 years. Because I was waiting for it to go down in price and it just never did. Like, at least, actually, that's not true. I think it was like near Christmas of 2021, maybe 2020, where it was on sale and it was near Christmas, so I wasn't really allowed to buy anything at that point. Because why would you, right? But I saw it at Kohl's for like 60 bucks, and that was, I almost left. I was pretty, I just, long story short, I didn't get a chance. And now I have it, and I got it for 20 bucks. Actually, the ship I got for 20 bucks. I got the figures separately. Well, I had General Grievous already, but yeah. Um, I have a. I wish the Grievous in this set was tan. I really. He needs to go back to tan. Okay, we need to go back. Okay, I like the tan Grievous the best. It's just iconic, especially for Clone Wars. But this is not a Clone Wars set. But I'm just saying. I got the Airborne Trooper. Technically, I know. It's not the right technically version of the figure, but who cares? It looks great. I'm not paying 60 bucks for one figure. It's a little much. But yeah, there'll be ones there. And the ship itself is pretty flawless. Like they have just nailed pretty much everything. The only bad part is the stupid gap at the back. I don't get what is with this gap. It's so bad. Why is there a gap? It's so stupid. Anyway, I'm not getting into that. But yeah, you can close it up and you got the lights, the storage on the both of the wings, and it's a really fun build. It's don't pay the 80 bucks for this. Don't. It was so bad. Why would they price it at 80 bucks? It's so dumb. Like there's been like so many rant videos on how overpriced. This might be the most overpriced Legos Star Wars set ever in existence. It probably is. Because Grievous is not cheap to make, so that puts up the price. And then you've got this new trooper who himself is not cheap to make either. And then there's a lot of big pieces too. And it's a new design for the ship. So that also made the price go up. And no, I just don't. I can't. Like, don't pay 80 bucks. Just don't. Anything below 80, like even 70 is fine. It's bad. It's just overpriced. Like, why? The big reason I didn't buy it until recently, until this year, is because of that stupid price. Like, if it was like 50 bucks or 40, like 45, 50, that would have been great. Like 55, I would have probably bought it at that. But regardless, amazing set. It's definitely on display. And I love it. It's amazing. Way better than the old ones, especially that original. That thing was a piece of crap. That was so bad. The original Grievous Fighter. But that was 2005, so that's fair. Regardless, awesome set. I also love the orange shooters. I just think that's a sweet color. It's really nice. And yeah, really awesome ship. And it is in the top 10. It's lower mostly because it's a Star Wars set. That just I don't know. Just my preference. Love the ship. That is on display. Number 9, Old Republic once again. That's a big reason why I bought this, because it's so unique in comparison to every other Star Wars set ever. Because they only did like 4 of these sets, and they were very well received. Unfortunately, they didn't make any more. I don't know why. Maybe it was the sales, I'm not sure. But the sets were brilliant, and this is one of them. I think this was 30 bucks at the time. Now it's like 80 or 90 used. I paid 80, I think. 75. I think I paid 75. I was fine with that because this is a amazing ship. First of all, the figs were all in mint condition, which really surprised me. And yeah, let me get that guy off. The big reason I wanted this is because it had this really sick transforming feature. Look at this. It's so dope. And it looks like an X-Wing, kind of. It's before that. So, pre-X-Wing, it's a starfighter, so it only has one seat, which is fine. And, yeah, I love these Old Republic sets. You got Jedi Master Satele Shan looking fabulous. Just an awesome minifig. Honestly, a big reason why I got it. And also, Jace Malcolm. And the droid, I forgot the name of this dude, but yeah, he's awesome too. And the build is really nice. It's a little fragile because of the dark red. There's a lot of dark red. That's one reason why I loved it. Just the color. It's maroon. It's super unique. Just in terms of a ship design, it's just very distinctive, and we will probably never see anything like this again, which is pretty sad. But what's not sad is that I have it. It's awesome. And this is on display. A couple great features. It does have a review. So I don't want to go too much into it. But you got the missile launchers, and you can fold the wings back and make it look like an A-wing. Got no stickers, too. So that's a plus. And yeah, not much else to say. It's fantastic set. Unfortunately, there's no book, so that's kind of lame. But man, this is such an awesome ship. And Definitely stands out in a good way. And very happy to have this. Just amazing. Just really well designed. Yeah, that's a 10 out of 10, that's for sure. And let's see, number 8, we're getting down. This one is big. It's probably the biggest one. Right here. I got this with a gift certificate, which is great. Or as this doesn't fall. I almost got a Ghost Rider set instead of this, which that Ghost Rider set actually left pretty quickly. Anyway, this is from Jurassic Park 1. And this is called the T-Rex Breakout. I have a review of it. This is one of my longer reviews because it's a big set. That's the one. That's why it's so long. But it is a long set, literally. It's a diorama. It's amazing. I think it retailed for $100 when it came out. I think it was 2022. I think. I don't really remember, but I saw it in person. It's really amazing. I love Jurassic Park. Like almost all the films. Like the first 3 I think are great. I know I'm like alone in that, but I just there's something about them. Obviously the first Jurassic Park is pretty much perfect as a story. And this is one of the most iconic scenes. It's the one where the T-Rex like breaks out of the barrier and he starts to, roar at Grant and it's in the rain. I think it would have been brilliant if they would have had some clear pieces and they would have had like rain pieces falling from those. I think that would have been so clever, but how do you do that? Because it's like rain. How are you supposed to, like? I don't know. Because it I think it loses some of that because there's no rain in the set. I think it's a little bit disappointing. Anyway, um, I'm glad I got it. I think it was like fifth. I think it was 60. It's normally more than that. Just used or not used. Sealed. So I think it's retired. It's got a lot of pieces. Over 1,000, and it's really awesome. You got like Malcolm, Grant, Lex, and Tim, and you've got like the full Ford Explorer, which is just it's so freaking awesome. It is perfectly like shaped and sized. You can fit 4 figs and it's so amazing. And it just sits right here. And you've got the Ford Explorer down here, which is really just half of it. It's like in the mud and the T-Rex like stomping on it. It's so good. There's no feature really. It's just the obviously I have the review, but um, it's it's just a display piece, which is great. It just looks iconic, and it's really well put together. I don't really have anything bad to say. Like nothing I don't like about it. Um, yeah, there's nothing bad about it. I love the design of the T Rex. It's super cool because it's like pieces. It's not like the molded piece, like the molded version. And the figures are amazing. The design. Actually, I do have one complaint, and it's a minor one, but it's also pretty important because this is supposed to be pretty stable. Unfortunately, the set is not as stable as you would think. I just remembered that I didn't like that about this. It's not as secure as a base as you would expect. Like it's fine. It's not gonna break, but it's not as secure as I would like. So um that's definitely a miss, a knock. But you know what? It's gonna be on my shelf. It's just gonna be sitting there, so it doesn't really matter. But still, it's a little bit, of a nitpick. Overall, amazing set. I mean, come on, it's one of the best dioramas out there. I hope they would make these for other films. I would love to see a Back to the Future Part 3 diorama. I mean, I love that film so much. I would just love to see any like a Goonies one, um, Pirates of the Caribbean coming back. Like they could do anything like of these dioramas. They should just make a whole series. But anyway, great set, amazing, highly recommend, for sure. As it almost falls over. Let's see, number 7. Uh, Review of coming soon for this. Um, yeah, this is a Tangled set. You guys know I'm a big fan of Tangled, like anything to do with it, pretty much. And this is from Tangled the show, the series. There's like 50 names in this at this point. Tangled the series, that's what it really is. Um, this is I think this was 20 from 2018. They only did like 2 sets for this show, which is really sad because the show is honestly one of the best like shows that I've seen, just from a writing perspective. Like especially season 2 is like peak action like series to me. Um, I wish I checked this show out like earlier, but regardless, this is Rapunzel's traveling caravan. It's from season 2 when she leaves Corona and she goes on the quest to figure out the Black Rocks. And it's really good. You got like a unique Rapunzel. It's like from her adventure outfit from season 2. Really, really great fig. I don't know why she has the bow and arrow. That's a little bit funny. But anyway, you got the black rocks there spiking out of the ground. Great details. Like I said, review coming soon. I just got to film it. But you got a moonstone peeking over there. Nice stickers. I'm missing like one part. It's the journal, which is really sad. I hope to recover that at some point. I'm pretty sure this horse is Maximus. I could be wrong. Pretty sure. But yeah, you got the horse there. You got like a spot. You've got this amazing caravan. It's so animated. I love how like cartoony it's probably the most cartoony looking build that I've done in a while, and it's so cool. You got this opening door, you got this little lantern, got some stuff up here. We'll talk about her in a minute. um I feel like the biggest weakness of this set is there's like in season 2 there's a ton of characters like Flynn, Hookhand, Pascal, um Cassandra, obviously. um there's a lot of characters in this season, but I don't know why they only get like you only get 2 figs, which I think is pretty lame. It's just disappointing. But you got this whole opening section, got like a little blanket in there, you got a bed, got a picture of Rapunzel's parents, and there's a bunch of like cool stuff you can have, like eggs frying on there. Got like a target practice station, got some food, some water, and yeah, I love the colors for this. It's like bright yellow, dark purple, white with some, you know, paint, dark pink, and I love how colorful it is. It's like another reason why I really wanted it. Oh yeah, there's also a treasure chest in here. Put that up. Got some stuff in there. And yeah, it rolls really nicely. And it evokes the show extremely well. I just don't know why there's only 2 sets based on the show. Like that's pretty sad. I guess they were like um seeing how well they sold. I don't think they sold particularly well. That's probably why. But regardless, the biggest reason I bought this is because of Cassandra, which is Rapunzel's bodyguard. Dude, she's so awesome. She goes through like this amazing character arc. It's ridiculous how cool this character is. Um, Voiced really well. She's got the sword. She's got the great outfit, and yeah, the only set you can get her in, I think she's like $5 to $10. So she's not. She's pretty rare, but I love the way they did her. I think this hair is also unique to her, so that's really awesome to have her. Again, I think the biggest weakness there should have been more figs for sure. At least Ryder. We should have got at least another Ryder based on the show, but you know, we'll take what we can get at this point because they don't seem to do Tangled sets very much, which is, it is what it is. But yeah, it's number 7. A review is coming soon. I just have to like film it, but anyway, great colors, great design for this caravan. It's super different to a lot of these other sets. So a lot of cool pieces, and I like the wheels. And yeah, I think I got this for 20, but I used credit. But yeah, 20. It's a pretty good price. If you can get it for that, not too bad. The princess sets seem to not they don't seem to hold the weight or they don't seem to, what am I trying to say? They don't hold their value very much. They're not very expensive. So if you can get them, definitely do so. If I can at some point, I might see if I can get that bedroom set, because that's like another one based on the show, and it's not as good of a set, but might be cheap. Who knows? But yeah, great set, great set. Um, and next up is number 6. Where is he? This is that car that I mentioned earlier, Bumblebee, from Transformers. Super happy I got this. I was like teetering on it. I'm like, should I get it? Because I have Optimus. I'm like, you know what? I love the look, probably. Glad I got it. I like to keep him in the car mode because I just think the car mode is amazing. A lot of people seem to hate the car mode. Why? It's a bug. Like, it looks perfectly like you know, a bug. I really don't see the problem. And got the Autobot logos. I'm not going to transform him because I have a review. I have a 2-part review for him. But yeah, he is an awesome build. I definitely prefer the Bumblebee to the Fiat. I don't know. I feel like it's cooler. It's more iconic. It's just a bigger build. I don't know. Actually, funny enough, the Bumblebee has 950 parts and the Fiat has 960. So they're not too far apart. But obviously, the Bumblebee can transform and do a lot more stuff, which I think that's why he's on the high up on the list, because he can do a lot of stuff, and there's just a lot of detail and just a lot of nice parts, and just really awesome. He's high on my shelf. He's pretty big up there, and he stands out because he's like all bright yellow. But yeah, really epic Bumblebee. Just amazing that they even to say that Lego Transformers even exist is just remarkable. I'm hoping to see a Decepticon. Let's get a bad guy, okay? Let enough of the Autobots. Let's get a bad guy. We need a Decepticon. Make it happen. We're hoping, okay? It needs to be Soundwave. It's probably going to be Soundwave. There's like a ton of rumors that the next Transformers set is going to be Soundwave, which if that's happening, I'm on board for that. I might even pay full price. It depends, but you know what? Yeah, Bumblebee's awesome. He's got a gun. A lot of yellow. The build is pretty quick. You actually build him first in the car, and then you can transform him after. It's actually a pretty quick build, but it's really, really well done. Um, I'm trying to think of anything I don't like. I mean, sometimes you transform him and like stuff pops off, like sometimes, but if you're careful, it's not too bad. And yeah, rolls really well. Just a fantastic set. Um, Suspicious, how are you, sir? Thank you for joining. Apologies for just now getting to your message. I'm not sure how to how to directly respond to that. Okay, there we go. How was your day? My day's pretty good. Doing pretty all right. I'm almost down to the end of this special. But yeah, thanks for joining. Do you have a favorite set that you picked up this year? I know there's been a lot of stuff that's come out. Um, yeah, there's been a lot of stuff. Um, but thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Yeah, the Bumblebee is fantastic. Love the Autobot logo, and really chunky, but it's really well done. Actually, there's one thing I don't like about the car. I keep forgetting about this, but when you turn him upside down, this happens. Bruh. Like, why? It's so dumb. I guess because you don't really turn him upside down, but still it's because he transforms. Yeah, yeah. But it's just not the back is not secure. That's the only thing. That's the only bad thing about the car. Otherwise, pretty friggin' awesome. I mean, if they're gonna do another Transformer, it's got to be a bad guy. Come on. But yeah, Bumblebee's perfect. Like just the way they did him. Why do people hate on this car mode? I don't get it. It's so good. Look how well it's shaped. Like, I don't get the hate. I guess it would have been nice to have the Volkswagen branding, but still, like, why do people hate this car? I don't get it. But Bumblebee's freaking awesome. He's number 6. He's pretty high on the list. That should tell you where Optimus would be. Yeah, number 6. Number 5 is a set, honestly, I thought I would never buy. Because this is an older set, and this is pretty hard to find now. The Ship in a Bottle! Give me 1 sec. Let me look at the messages. There's a new Marvel set coming out in 2025. Yes, sir. I heard about that. It's the Marvel logo, right? There's a bunch of Marvel sets coming out. Oh, am I getting any of them? Probably not. Yeah, I'm not. Probably not. But they're nice. Yeah, the Ship in a Bottle. Speaking of nice, this thing is fire. Probably the only pirate set that I could afford. I paid 60. Not too bad. It's, like 80, 90 sealed ish. More than that, I'm not sure. But yeah, if you can get it, definitely do so. This is a display piece, no play features. You can take the bottle off. I've done a review. But yeah, you've got the clear. This is probably one of the nicest looking sets. It's just very classy. I think that's the way I can put it. It's very classy because it's supposed to be like a wine bottle or like alcohol type of bottle, like not beer. It's more like ale, like the pirates drink, or like a rum bottle, for instance. So, it's an interesting fact. This bottle is almost perfectly shaped like a real bottle. So if you put like a real bottle next to it, it's pretty, similar, and it's very realistic. It's got some great pieces, like all these glass, like clear parts. It's so freaking genius. And you got tons of studs. You got like 200 studs in there, and trans blue, and it makes it look like water. And you got the seal of the designer, Diego Catarino. And fun fact, he's actually on YouTube. So if you want to check him out, there you go. Got the ship in the bottle. I'm not going to show you that because I've done a video up close. But yeah, this is a really nice ship. It's really sweet. Very secure in there, too. It's very nice to hold. And also you get the stand as well. I've done a review for this, but I'm just showing you quickly in case you don't care to see that. Got a compass. Everything in the set is printed, by the way, which is really nice. Got the globes. Really, a couple of really nice rungs for the actual bottle. And with a really nice touch, I don't know if you know this about the set, but there's a couple of... I'm trying to see where they are. There's a couple of pieces down here, and a couple of like square 1x1s, and they stick and they're secured to the stand, so the bottle won't just fly off, which is great. And I'm super glad I picked this up because this is such a unique piece. This is probably something you could just display on your work desk or just anywhere because it's just such a beautiful set. It's very nice to look at, and it's really fun to build. And yeah, there's not much else I can say. I mean, it's just gorgeous, especially the ship in there. But yeah, it's a pirate themed set. It's really sweet. I would highly recommend. It's very high on the list. It's number 5, so it's cracking the top 5. It's very, very good set. No, there's nothing I don't like. This is like no problems at all with this. So yeah, nothing to complain about there. Number 4, gonna have to pan up once again for Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots. I have reviewed him. I've done a 2-part review. He's so freaking tall. Yeah, he is a massive set. And I actually got him for free, believe it or not. I'm not joking, and I cannot believe that. Yes, I got him for free, and it's awesome. Yeah, Optimus Prime is badass, like any version of him, and I like that it's the original. It's just so great. It's nostalgic, but also really cool. And yes, of course, he does transform. You guys have seen the reviews, obviously, of other people, but yeah, it's just a perfect translation. Like it's animated, but also it's like toy accurate too. He's got the gun, an axe, a cube, the Matrix, a jetpack, and the plaque. So there's not a lot of stuff with him. And I'm not going to show you the truck mod because it takes a little bit to transform him, but like a lot of great movement. The only bad thing about Optimus, he doesn't have the leg movement. Like you can't really move the legs. Like you can't bend him, which is pretty disappointing, but you know, everything else is great. Only 5 stickers too, so that's a plus. And he's massive. Like if you want like a really big set to display, this is up there. Got a ton of pieces, 1,500 something. So he's a big boy. He's got a lot of stuff. Um, iconic. If the next Transformer set can be like this, then we are in good hands, friends. Because that's gonna be awesome. We need a Soundwave that's like Optimus, but like cooler. Because like he's pretty much Optimus, but way cooler. So, yeah. Lego Transformers are a thing, which is still kind of weird to say. He came out in 2022. I think he was like 170. I think they raised the price like 180. So he is pretty expensive, but I would guess he's probably worth it um, because there's just a lot that went into it, and also just it's a Lego Transformer. Obviously, it's not going to beat the normal Transformer fans, but I think it's as close as you're probably going to get to something iconic. Probably he's in the icons line, so he is iconic. But yeah, I'm glad I have him. I was like teetering on it because of the price. Like I don't know, 180 is a lot. So I feel like he would be better priced at like 110. But the Transformers tax is kind of pushing it. So I mean, it's fair. There's a lot going on. It's a big build. It's a lot of pieces, and the fact that he can transform, like, bruh, that is just one of the coolest things ever. So, yeah, there's nothing I don't like about it. Again, the legs kind of disappointing that you can't move them, but still, that would probably make him, fall over. So, just a brilliant translation, and the designer was a Transformers designer before, so he knows his stuff. So yeah, awesome set, like top tier of all of my sets personally. This is up there, like just automatic, and it's the leader of the Autobots. So come on, right? So yeah, number 4, he's pretty awesome, pretty high on the list, and he's got to be because why not? And number 3, we're gonna scale it way back for the top 3. Another Lego Movie 2 set. This is what I wanted way back when this. I remember this set coming out in 2019 and just loving it so much, and it was so overpriced. It was like $70, $80, bruh. There's a couple of reasons for that. One of them because Sweet Mayhem is kind of expensive to make. She's like Grievous. She's pretty hard to find. Like she's expensive to make. And also, her ship is full of these massive pieces, like this giant eyeball lens piece, these massive curved parts, these sharp pieces, balloon pieces, this big old thing on the back, this engine. So this is full of big parts. I just don't think it's $70 worth. And also the big that's you know what? I think I just found the reason why this was overpriced. There's a sticker roll in here. Let's see if I can get you to see that. I do have a review of this. One of my longer reviews, because I love the ship. I love the character. Like, Sweet Mayhem in general is awesome, in my opinion. A lot of people agree with me. But she was like the breakout character in Lego Movie 2 for me, aside from Danger Vest. Um, but yeah, there's a sticker roll. So that's probably why this set was so expensive. Um, but I just don't see $70 worth as Lucy Falls. You only get like 3 figs. You get Lucy, of course, and then Emmett, and then, Sweet Mayhem is the big reason. Um, yeah, this set was a big deal at the time because this was like the first set to have a mini doll and minifigs in the same set. So that was a pretty big deal. It's still one of the only sets, I think. And yeah, the bombs are great. I love this ship design. It is so unique compared to a lot of this other stuff that I have. It is probably one of the most unique building things that I've like one of the most unique building experiences I've ever done. And I built like hundreds of sets, but it's just so wild and bonkers, and it's just so creatively designed. That's what I love about it. It's you're basically building this giant ball ship, but you're building like on a base of square designs. It's hard to explain. But yeah, you've got a jail cell on this side, you've got weapon storage on this side, you've got the sticker roll, you've got the landing gear, you've got the disc shooter. Mayhem can of course sit in the front. And then you've got, I think that's it. But yeah, it's really awesome. The stand doesn't come with it, but this is my final display for this. That's why she's, flying like this. But I love the colors too. The color scheme is amazing. With the teal and the white and the pink. It's so like girly looking. That's the point. It's supposed to be like a parody of what a girl thinks a cool character is. Like it's supposed to be like just a ridiculous parody. Like Lego Movie 2 is almost a parody of the first one. Like it's just a big old joke, like a musical joke, and I love it. And this is by far one of the best design sets for the film. It's retired now. I think it's around $90 sealed. I'm gonna guess, and then 80. Not 80. I got this for actually free. Oh, I traded a Lego Movie set to get this one, but still, I think it counts, and I'm glad I did. I would have paid for it. I think it's around $40 with the figs, and then 30 without. So, take what you can get. But I love this thing. It's so dope, and I'm super happy to have it finally. And yeah, I love Sweet Mayhem so much. It's just a cool figure and also a cool character, even after the reveal. But lovely ship, just such a fresh take on a ship. That's what I love about it. And that's number 3. Number 2, we're getting down to the final ones here. This is from Pirates of the Caribbean, which is one of my favorite things ever. And yeah, there's a lot of reasons for that. But this is the only set from Curse of the Black Pearl. Yeah, can you believe that? This is the only Lego set from the first movie. That's so mind-blowing. Anyway, this is number 2, Isla de Muerta, which means Island of Death. And it's awesome. I actually had the figures, but I actually needed the pieces. I needed the parts. The hardest part to find was definitely the boat, because the boat is kind of hard to find in this color as the ore falls. This was $20 back in the day. I did have this set, and it's very weird seeing this right here, because I went without this for 13 years, 14 years, because I remember going to Target in 2011 when this set was out, and I got it, and it lasted probably about 2 weeks, and then it just got destroyed, and I never rebuilt it, and all the figures died. And regardless, I didn't treat my sets very well, but I'm very happy to have this again now, because it's honestly one of the more iconic sets that I had as a kid. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of the film, and it's kind of sad. It's only the only set for the first one, but it's got a couple nice features. You got this, ship mast, and you've got the Barbossa, double Barbosas. So you've got normal, and then you got cursed, and you can switch them between. You can spin the platform, and you got them right there. Elizabeth, the only set that has her, so that's a big deal. She's like $25. So she's kind of pricey. Same with Barbossa, he's like $25, and same with the cursed, and the Jack Sparrow's like $10. So the figures are pretty. They all only came in this set. Jack comes in other sets, and Barbossa's also in the Fountain of Youth, but it's a different version. Still, they a lot of the set's value is the figs, but the build is really nice. I like all the gold. It's the treasure cave. It looks very good for being $20 back in the day. A couple nice features, and yeah, really cool. Elizabeth is obviously my favorite. The review is coming soon. I have to film it. At this time, I haven't filmed it, but it's coming out. Got a unique Jack Sparrow with the angry face and also the skeleton curse face at the back. And Elizabeth's got the two faces as well. And brilliant minifigs for sure. The main build is really nice too. Even if it's not too much, it's enough to evoke the scene. You've got the boat as well, and as those fall off, really nice boat. Got a couple parts to put on there, some benches and a light, or a lamp. Then you've got the cursed chest of Cortez. Got some gold all around it. And you can open it up. You got the chrome gold coins. And yeah, I think used this set, I'm gonna guess, would probably run you about 80 bucks. Probably. 85 because the figs are very valuable. Because this is the only one that came with them. So, yeah, it's one of the stronger $20 sets for sure back then. I think it's really sweet, really nice that we at least got one set for every film except for Pirates 3. Like, bruh, why is there no At World's End set? That's really dumb. But that movie's just bonkers in general, so, you know, maybe that's good that they stayed away from it. I also used to have the Fountain of Youth. Sadly, it's probably going to be a while before I can piece that together. Probably not. Just because there's, you know, it is what it is. I actually did do a digital review of this set, I think a couple years back. It might have been last year. But yeah, very happy to have it. It's just a lot of basic parts, but I think they did enough with what they could do. Because it was 20 bucks, so it's like a little bit, you know, restricted on how much you can include. But the fact that you get two Barbosas, I mean, that's already enough on its own. And this is number 2, because I love the Pirates of the Caribbean. I wish that the series would come back, and also especially the Lego theme would come back, because we only got like 11 or 12 sets, and then they canceled it, like after 1 year. Because these sets, you probably know, but Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, the reason we got anything at all is because the fourth film was in 2011. It was on Stranger Tides. I love that film. I know people hate it, but I love it, so screw off. Anyway, the that came out, and it was a big deal, especially for it's probably one of the most expensive movies they've ever done. And yeah, um, in the very near future, I might see if I can get more of the Pirates of the Caribbean sets. For now, this will be the only one. I'm glad, because I wanted to have at least one pirate set, like, on display. It brings back a lot of good memories, because I remember playing with this and loving it so much. And yeah, to have it back all these years later is honestly awesome. So, yeah, it's definitely one of the smallest sets on this whole list. I think it's the second smallest one, um, after that battle pack. This is like 152 parts, so not very many pieces, but it's also a good thing because I didn't have to look for too many parts. But yeah, amazing set. Just, I wish they would come back. At least, you know how Lego Indiana Jones came back with 3 sets? I feel like we should have got at least 3 pirate sets, like at least 3. Like, just bring it back at least 3 sets. That'd be nice. Anyway, nostalgia aside, it's great. If you can get it, highly recommended. It's a small scene, but there's enough going on to where it's pretty much worth it, especially for the figs. So, the Black Pearl is not from the first film. It's actually from Dead Man's Chest, technically, because Davy Jones is in that set. Um, but yeah, regardless, amazing set. I can't say enough good things. And warning, the review is going to be pretty. I'm going to glaze this set in that review. So, yeah. Let's move on to number 1. This is probably going to be no shock to anybody, even though, once again, this is a Star Wars set. However, as this needs to go away, this thing is big. This is the Rogue Shadow. If you don't know what this is, not many people do. It's from the Force Unleashed video game. which is honestly one of the coolest Star Wars games ever, and you need to play it because it's amazing. I played it in two different forms, the Wii and the DS, and both are awesome. And one of the best parts about that game was this ship, the Rogue Shadow. Not in the second game. I feel like the second game, the ship design is a little bit, it's too symmetrical. It's too imperialistic, I guess. This one is from the first game. This is actually, I think, one of only two sets from The Force Unleashed. I think they did one more set. It was like a battle pack with the Shadow Troopers. I don't know if that's technically one of them, but I think it is. But yeah, back in the day, this is my oldest set that I have built. I have met older sets, but this is my oldest one that's actually built and on display. And I did pay 141, 142. I paid a lot, but I do not regret it at all because it was in perfect shape, and the figs were all there. All the part, I think it was missing like two parts, but the books were there, and yeah, whoever had it before me treated it fantastically well. It's got a ton of features. This opens up, this opens up, this opens up. The wings can flip down. You've got like the um, landing gear. You've got a gigantic missile launcher. And obviously, you can open this up. You got the space for two people now. I've modified it, so it's got space for two figs now. Because the first one had just space for one. But yeah, um, I know it's all black. I made an exception because I love this game, and also I just love the ship, like the Lego version. It's so different from all of these other ships. It's asymmetrical. Like this is fat. This is skinny. This is longer. This is shorter. The back sections, you got these two shield-looking things. You got this giant, like, looking, wing section, and you got the engine on this side, and there's a bunch of Technic exposed. Like you can just see a lot of exposed stuff, which it's so dope. The way they made this, and this is such an old ship. This is like 2008, so this is really old for a Lego ship, for a Lego set, I should say. And back in the day, it retailed for $50. Nowadays, it's well over that. You're if you want everything, again, it's going to be 130, 140, 150, 60. It's just because it's very rare set. It's also very beloved, and it's also very unique. Um, it's very unique in the Lego Star Wars world. Like in general, like of all the ships, this is one of the standout ones, just because it's so universally different, and I love that about it. I love that all these different things open up, and you've got like just all these great pieces, and the wings pulled down, and it's just such a interesting ship. That's one of the main reasons I got it was just I had never seen it in person before, and so I was thinking on it. I'm like, you know what? I probably should, and I'm so glad I did. Like of all the sets on this list, this is the one that I don't regret the most. This is like the one that I wish I got earlier. It's just so different, and it is a little bit hard to display. That's like the one thing. It's hard to put it on a shelf because it's so weirdly shaped. Um, yeah, a lot of great pieces, and I haven't even talked about the figures. The figures are dope. You got Star Killer, one of the coolest Lego character, one of the coolest like Star Wars characters ever. He's like an assassin, and he's Darth Vader's apprentice, and he betrays him. And there's just so much going on with this guy. And yeah, Galen Merrick, really awesome. Sam Witwer played him, and he did really well. And he was so awesome that they brought him back for Star Wars projects, including the second game and also the Clone Wars. Regardless, look how awesome this minifig is. This guy is expensive. He's like $35, 40, 50. He's pricey. I don't remember his exact price. He's pretty expensive because it's the only one that they made, and he's really awesome. There's even blood on his torso. Like that is ballsy. Lego would never do that today. And he's simple, but he's really awesome. And speaking of awesome, Darth Vader. This is the battle damaged, which is one of the most unique Darth Vaders that they've done as a fig. Look how good this is. He's got like a battle damage printing, like his helmet's ripped off, and he's got like damaged face printing. I mean, come on, this dude is freaking awesome. And Darth Vader, the battle damage is expensive. He's like 45. Actually, he might be more than that. But yeah, he's expensive. But he's a really good fig for the time, especially. Such a different Vader. And then Juno Eclipse is the last one. She's the pilot. A lot of people don't like her fig. I disagree. I think it's one of the cooler designs because she has a unique face and she's got a ponytail. She's a blonde, she's got blue eyes. One of the few minifigs to have a different eyes, like color, which is cool. And a unique body type. Or she's like wearing a skin, like a form fitting Imperial uniform, which was great because that's how she was in the game. But yeah, great fig. She's not as expensive. She's still like 15, $20, so she's still not cheap. But great fig, in my opinion. And yeah, they got the great cockpit. It's a fun build too. You're building like these sections and then you put them together and it's a lot of Technic. Normally I don't really like Technic, but this is like an exception because this thing is a badass ship. I mean, it's so cool. It's such a dangerous looking ship, in my opinion. And it aged really well. Like as a set, it aged pretty well. Um, and yeah, I have not heard anyone complain about this set at all. And it's good because it's one of the coolest Star Wars sets ever, in my opinion. And that's why it's number one, because it's awesome. And it's just so unique, epic looking. And it's good colors. It's a really fun build. And it's got a lot of cool features to it. And yeah, look at it, it's just boring, but there's a lot of stuff going on. And yeah, I am amazed at how great this is. And yeah, of all the Star Wars sets, this is by far the best. It exceeds all the other ones. It's just, I don't know. I'm happy. I actually wanted this as a kid. I remember wanting this in the magazine, or not the magazine, the instruction book. I have a lot of the older Star Wars sets from 2007, and in the back of that book there was this set, and it was very prominent. I remember, like advertised, it was like a really epic looking ship, and that was before I played the game. But I just remember loving it and wondering like, oh, that'd be sick to have someday, because at the time I didn't really buy Lego sets that much, but to have it now is amazing. It's a little hard to display, yeah, but that's fine because it's just such a great set. If you can get it, absolutely pick it up. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. And this video was pretty long. Not really a video; it's a live stream, so I feel like it's more justified. But yeah, I had a lot to say about these. Just I don't know, just on a personal take, I guess, because I have done reviews on almost all these. The pirate set I haven't reviewed yet, and the Rapunzel one I have to review soon. But all these other ones have reviews. I like to think that my review styles has definitely it's gotten better. I remember the first times I reviewed sets, it was terrible. It was bad. Like my setup was trash. I remember in 2020 it was pretty bad. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was long. I apologize. There's 20 sets. I mean, it's hard to get through that many, but we did it. I was almost not going to do this video actually because I just like, what's the point? Like, who's going to watch this? But like, why not? I have 690 subscribers. Let's do it. Almost 700. So yeah, I'm glad I did it. Oh, some of these sets are going to go back in stores though because I can't have all of these out. It's too much. But anyway, that's about it. What do you think of all these? Do you have a favorite from this list, or do you have a personal list that you've also done? Do you guys have a Bricks and Minifigs near you, or even an Atlantic Brick Co? I know that's like the Bricks and Minifigs for other people. That's like their version. There's like a different stores, like different stores. I know. It's like Brick Fest as well. There's some other ones, but yeah, just my experience. Yeah, I'm very happy with all these purchases. I know, some of them are going to go back into storage, but whatever. Just happy with it. Let me know what you think. Apologies for the length again, but you know what? It is what it is. It's a special, so you know, I figure it's worth it. Stay tuned for some more stuff. I'm gonna do some music stuff soon, and also podcasts, and we're gonna get movie stuff off the ground as soon as possible. I'm trying to figure out the format for that, but that's it. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching or listening. You can just listen to this. It's not really. It's kind of a podcast episode, I guess. Yeah, kind of. Kind of could be. You don't need to watch it, but you can. So, yeah. If you care, thank you for your support. I appreciate all the subs. Even if you don't watch my channel anymore, I still appreciate it. We're getting up there now. It's getting pretty good in numbers, but that's it. Thank you, and I will see you for the next special and the next video. Hope you have a great month, day, week, night, and thanks again. Take care. Have a great day.